How's it going, YouTube? Hi Drax, and in today's video we're going to be discussing what could be dropping for the 5th anniversary of Dragon Ball Legends. As you can see, we already have what my first pick is going to be for the anniversary. I mean, it's pretty much given at this point that we will most likely see this character either now or at the end of the year for Legends Festival. My pick is it's probably going to be now, just based off the fact that the Universe Rep tag has been seeing a lot of buffs recently in the year with the release of the Android 17 and Hit, and then as well as the Revival UI Goku and Roshi. Apart from the Zenkais that also buffed that tag and Saga, I mean, that's pretty much a huge indicator that they got something planned for that team. The team itself is actually pretty strong, which, I mean, pretty much everybody knows. I mean, 17 is still reusable. Hit's best red unit in the game. Revival UI Goku is seeing some play now. And Roshi has one of the most broken mechanics in the game. So definitely a lot going on that saga and on that team. Definitely going to be one of my picks. I think alongside this guy, if we end up seeing this tag Goku and Frieza, or Go Frieza drop. Another one could be Orange Piccolo. I think Orange Piccolo is another likely character that we could see, just because we already have Beast Gohan and then we have the awakened form Piccolo or Ultimate Piccolo, but we don't have the giant form or the orange form of Piccolo. This would be a very, very good time to drop the Orange Piccolo. I think a lot of people would be hyped around it. Also based off the fact that he is going to be regen. I mean, Piccolo has always been regen, and that can tie in nicely with the new Ultra Kid Buu that dropped. I mean, Kid Buu is probably one of the most strongest characters, I would say, in terms of his kit. He is definitely up there in terms of the top 10. I would say he's probably at around number 3, maybe number 4, depending on how you want to rank him. I mean, I don't really keep up with like other people's like considerations of him, but for me personally, I think he's around there, number 3, number 4. So Orange Piccolo would be a nice addition to that team. I mean, especially considering that apart from Kid Buu is a melee type character. Apart from Kid Buu, the regen team doesn't really see much melee characters. I mean, any characters nowadays would be really, really good. I mean, they have top a 1% Cell, or the transforming Cell, the red one, that's also melee. We have the new Super Buu, the free-to-play event exclusive character, who's also a really, really good support unit. So that encompassing with the fact you could probably run Zamasu and then have Orange Piccolo there as well, you can probably build a very competent regen team, like a top 10,000 or top 1,000 regen team, just based off the characters that we have now. If this guy does release, obviously he will be buffing movie sagas as well. I would assume that they would keep it very nicely, tightly packaged. Just because we have Beast Gohan, I'm pretty sure they would want to have them running together, just because a lot of people do like this movie. So it is a very, very good option to actually have Orange Piccolo come out now. Last year when the movie released, I think it released around this time anyways, so this would be a good tie-in with that type of celebration being the official release of Orange Piccolo in Legends. As for the Ultra, I'm pretty sure everybody is expecting this, but I'm also expecting Vegito Blue to come out. It's been 6 months since our last buff for the Fusion tag with the Ultra Gogeta Blue that released, the purple one. So I think it's about time we actually see a release of another Blue Fusion, being Ultra Vegeta Blue. This would probably be one of the hypest releases that they would ever drop. I mean, a lot of people love Vegito. I mean, the fusions always go crazy. I mean, every time there's a release for fusions, it always goes crazy, apart from the normal like UI Goku or Beast Gohan's another one that also everybody was going crazy. But yeah, Vegito Blue specifically is going to be one of those characters that definitely comes in and definitely shakes things up. Ultra characters these days are far and above the best characters in the game, no contest. I mean, LFs, or I should say specifically certain LFs, can hold a candle to them, but not a great majority of them. But yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing Vegito Blue drop. I mean, I don't know who isn't expecting him, but I mean, this is definitely my official top pick at anniversary. This would be the banner number 1 that drops, followed by Orange Piccolo, and then for part 3 we'll definitely have Vegito Blue. as the Ultra character if they decide to do it the same way they did it last year and during the Legends Festival. Which would be very weird if they decide to change it up now and drop 2 Ultra characters. If they end up doing that, I still feel like Vegeta Blue is the #1 contender. And then for the second Ultra banner, we'll probably see something like maybe Father-Son Kamehameha Gohan, which I will get to later in this video. And then maybe a Golden Frieza, or even a Ultra Vegeta, Super Saiyan Vegeta or something. That would work really nicely as being an anniversary banner, but it just comes down to Ultras and how and if they want to drop 2 at the same time, because the banners themselves for Ultras are pretty bad. And if they don't decide to put in like other Ultras on there, like for example Super Vegito, if they popped in maybe Super Gogeta, the first Ultra that was summonable, that would also work really nicely. I mean, even if it's a single Ultra, so a double Ultra banner, that would work really nicely for this team, because even if you don't get this guy, I mean, at least you're getting another copy of Super Gogeta, which, I mean, many of you guys probably have him, but if you don't, that could be a brand new copy of character for you to use in PvP, which he's okay. He's not that great, but he's okay. I mean, Rose kind of hard like counters him, so you can't really use him. But yeah, if you look at the Ultra tag itself, if you had to have Vegeta Blue drop the tag itself, if you look at summonables, I'm going to exclude the bottom 3 here. Summonables, we have 2 purple, we have 2 yellow, or 3 yellow I should say, and then we have 1 red, 1 blue, and then 1 green. I would say and I hope honestly, if this guy does drop, he does drop as a red character, just because I don't want him stepping on the toes of the other 3 Ultra Fusions that we have. I would much rather have him be a separate color so I can actually use all my Ultras together on one team. Because if, for example, he drops and he's blue, then he's competing with Super Gogeta and the Zenkai Vegito Blue. I mean, it's not much of a contest. Obviously, this Ultra Vegito that does drop is going to be head and shoulders better than the rest of the other blue fusions, but I would like the option to actually use those characters as my blue units, as opposed to just getting a blue Vegeta Blue, if that makes sense. Plus, too, I think it would be better to just like start evening out the color spread of the Ultras, because we can't be having it be so one-sided in terms of colors. Like, if we look at this, we have 3 here, we have 3 there, we have 3 there, and then the only 2 colors that don't have 3 of their colors respectively is green and blue. So if it does end up being green, I mean, I'm okay with green. Green's also another one, but then that also kind of like basically invalidates Gogeta, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and getting his Zenkai, because then they both competing for the same spot on the teams. But that would work. I guess that could kind of work, because then you could probably give this guy here a Zenkai and actually have him be usable in the game again. So yeah, that could probably work, I would say, but I would much rather prefer him being red, just because honestly it just comes down to him covering the other Ultra. The other Ultras that's also #1 in the game, or #2 depending on how you look at it. But yeah, I would much rather have them working together side by side than having them compete against each other for the same position. But going at looking at Piccolo, the orange Piccolo, he could probably be green. I would maybe say green, because Beast Gohan is blue, this Piccolo here is purple, red is Pan, I don't see it here, oh there's Pan there, so he could probably be maybe yellow. I mean, the Gammas are both green and blue as well, so maybe yellow as a color for the team would work nicely, because they're apart from the Ultras that actually they don't even have a good yellow. I mean, apart from this Tapion, the hero Tapion, I mean, they don't really have much of a yellow character that's super prominent right now. I mean, you'd probably just run like Ultra Super Vegito in the leader slot if you really needed a yellow character. But yeah, if I had to pick, probably, actually I can't even say yellow, because then Ultra Kid Buu, they're both fighting for the same spot. Then Fat Buu is green, so that doesn't work out there. Purple, that new Super Buu drop blue, maybe red for Piccolo. I mean, Piccolo could be red, I mean, but then Cell. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they would do. Maybe blue for this Piccolo? I mean, they could do blue. I mean, that would be weird, but I mean, they could do blue for the regen. Let me just go ahead and look at regen for a second. Let me see what they're lacking. Let me see. Regen. There we go. Let's see what they're lacking. You got this guy. You got the new, well, the cell there. That's the two colors green. I mean, that they probably would maybe get rid of Fat Boo. This Fat Boo getting his platinum doesn't make sense. I mean, they should have just left him like alone and maybe gotten or given us like maybe a free-to-play Fat Boo as well, like both Super Boo and Fat Boo. That would worked out nicely. Yeah, maybe green. I think green is probably the strongest character that they could get. I mean, Zamasu is also another one that they could probably do. So probably green or blue depending on how they want to work it, because purple, they got the new free-to-play Boo, yeah, who's perfectly strong enough as it is. Red, they got Cell, you got Kid Boo. Green is a bit of a gray area on this team, and then purple, I mean, if you want to. I don't know, blue if you want to, you can probably just put Zamasu on here. Or Super Baby 2. So yeah, definitely those two picks for Orange Piccolo, but those are just going to be my first picks. The second picks that I see is probably going to be this tag Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta and then Kaioken Goku. That's another one that they could do for Universe Reps. I feel like this would be a little bit less hype than Go Frieza, but it's still a worthy moment in the series to encapsulate an anniversary. So yeah, definitely they can do something like this, and I have to say some very tastefully good art from the at Supreme DB Legends and then BLZ 151101. And then for the Ultra, I will maybe not even the Ultra, maybe a Legends Limited Golden Frieza. That would work pretty well. I mean, Lineage of Evil's on life support. I mean, you don't see that team ever. They need Zenkais, they need new units, they just need help. I mean, they have Cooler, but Cooler's not like strong enough anymore. And then the Zenkai for the first form Frieza is not good enough anymore either. Just get absolutely destroyed, even by type disadvantage units nowadays. Like the Tag Force can actually kill Frieza, Rose just kills Frieza. So yeah, definitely I would love to see them do a Golden Frieza, because it is a pretty cool moment, and Golden Frieza doesn't or hasn't seen a brand new unit, I believe, since the red transforming one has dropped. I don't think there's ever been another Golden Frieza. So that could be another another character that they could drop for the anniversary. That will also be pretty hype. And then for the Ultra, if they do decide to go this route, they could do a Super Saiyan 2 Ultra Gohan, where he finally transforms from his Super Saiyan form, which, by the way, we don't actually have a version of that character in the game. Apart from, actually, no, from the Cell Saga, we do not have the Super Saiyan Gohan. With the cape, or even in his gi, we don't have a Super Saiyan Gohan. But yeah, him transforming to Super Saiyan 2 would work nicely. And then he could actually buff up hybrids, which, I mean, they're pretty in the middle, and they could probably use the help, I think. But yeah, this would work nicely. I think a lot of people like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. That will be a big seller for sure. No need to worry about that. If we look at the Universe Reps, like I said before, these guys have a pretty much rounded team. Maybe purple is a little bit lacking, but then they can always just give this guy here Zenkai, end up buffing up Universe Reps or the Universe Rep Saga. I mean, there's a lot of characters on here that are pretty good. This Evolution Blue Vegeta is a good yellow unit. This guy is great. This team is actually pretty strong now, but in terms of Universe Rep Z ability, these are the only characters you're going to have that actually buff that team. So yeah, definitely a Universe Survival Saga. I don't know whether it's going to be Go Frieza or the Kaioken Goku and the Evolution Blue Vegeta, but those are options. Another option is probably maybe Legends Limited Kefla. I don't know what they would do for animations. I'm pretty sure they covered all of her animations. Maybe reuse it and then just make it like a legendary finish with some extra sauce and pizzazz here and there. So yeah, they could do a Kefla, but I don't see Kefla coming out for a while. Maybe Legends Festival end of this year or anniversary next year would work nicely for her, but yeah, I'm not seeing an Ultra Kefla or a Legends Limited Kefla anytime soon. And then we also have my last pick for this celebration. I think Spirit Bomb GT Goku's on the table. Definitely on the table, considering that the Tag 4s have released, and then we have some buffs coming from GT during the Legends Festival. This guy is definitely on the table as being a release, but I'm not sure how they want to handle this release of Spirit Bomb Goku, if whether or not they even want to release him, because when it comes to 1% Sparkings and stuff, maybe they can do a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which would actually be dope, because we can actually get another version of him. But if they end up doing this guy, then the counterpart to that being the Part 2 LF, I would love to see maybe a Super Baby 2. I know these are both GT, they can't have both GT celebrations, and I don't know, I don't care. Super Baby 2 would be another nice character to release, maybe Legends Limited character. He can be in place of Spirit Bomb Goku. I feel like this guy would warrant people to summon if he has some pretty decent animations, but more importantly, he's also regen. Regen will definitely benefit from the release of Super Baby 2 and definitely GT, so this is a very strong pick in my opinion, because first of all, he buffs those two tags, and secondly, I mean, we haven't gotten a Super Baby 2 release since the EX one. We have one Sparking Super Baby 2, and we haven't even gotten to like most of his animations yet. Even an Ultra Super Baby 2 would work nicely, where the Trunks, Bulla, Goten, and who else? I think Trunks, Bulla, Goten, and Gohan. All four of them give him power to achieve his Super Saiyan 2 or Super Baby 2 form. That would be a dope intro, and then maybe incorporate something with the giant ape. I don't know. Maybe him in his windscreen is him transforming, or he could transform to a great ape somehow, somewhere. But him being an Ultra would probably have the him getting more energy from his minions, and then his legendary finish would probably be him transforming to Great Ape, because they can do Great Ape, they have the Great Ape model, so this is definitely something they can do. But anyways guys, let me know what you think of my picks. I think I've pretty much covered most of the characters that are probably gonna come out, but for me, very, very, very high chance we see Vegito Blue dropping as the Ultra for this anniversary, and a very high chance of seeing Goku and Frieza as being the main headliner unit for this celebration. I'm not sure about Part 2, and I'm not sure about the 1% Sparkings, even if they are going to drop 1% Sparkings. But yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those celebrations where you want to maybe hold off for Part 3, but they will try their utmost to get you to summon for the Part 1 and 2 units. I'm hoping that we see something maybe along the lines of maybe this tag Kaioken Goku and Vegeta, just because I just don't find them as hype as maybe Goku and Frieza, or even Spirit Bomb Goku from GT. So this would be a very nice banner to maybe just push aside, maybe just wait for the Ultras, being maybe Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, could also be Vegito Blue, or even Super Baby 2. Those are all characters on the table, but I hope you think, at least my picks, I hope you think are very accurate of what is hype, or what's considered hype, and what can actually be releasing. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. My name is Hydrax, and I'll catch you in the next one.